Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Cuppa Joy in the morning. Hopefully, I'm going to find this and be able to share it out so you all know that it's live. And indeed it is. So good morning, whoever's coming in. Please help share this out. Good morning, Wendy. I guess it's not morning for you, but afternoon. So hello. Gabby, hi sweetheart. Thank you for sharing it, Wendy. Anybody that's coming in, just type in a message so I know you're here and I can see who's here. Okay, let's see who we got. I'm not sure who's on here commenting from Enlightened World, but welcome. Hello. And Sally, good morning, sweetheart. How's everybody doing? This is a weird morning. You know, yesterday was a strange day for me. It was just, the energy was like up and down. And I got very tired. I'm not sure what was draining the energy. I just never could figure that out. We did our chanting group last night, and many of us, I think all of us that were there, made that same statement that it was something different in the energy. But after we chanted, we were able to clear it up a bit. I have to tell y'all, my sleep last night was so unsettled. I tossed and I turned and kept waking up and having these weird dreams. It was a very strange night. And I know I've got a lot on my mind right now, but it was just different. The energy just felt different. So I think there's some kind of shift that's happening. Yeah. What is up with that, Sally De La Rosa? It is weird. And I'm not sure what's happening, but I kept dreaming and I kept waking up from my dreams disoriented. And I'm like, did that really happen? Or was that all in my dream? It was very vivid, lucid dreams that I was having. All right, let's see who else coming in. Deirdre, good morning, sweet pea. And Catherine Kovacs. And Sally, you've been full of dreams for the last week. Yeah, it's I've had them on and off, but last night it was relentless. It was just really in my face dreams. And Catherine, you had very strange dreams too. I know, it's like I got up thinking, I need to clear this energy. And I have been doing chanting in the morning. And I've been playing a couple of videos. One of them is affirmations and the other one is Abraham. I love listening to Abraham in the morning. But it's just this morning, none of that happened. I was just very focused on trying to clear the residue, clear out that energy of whatever that was that had come in a big way. So, yeah. Gabby says, I used to sleepwalk and talk as a child. I don't remember my dreams at all anymore. I remember the very vivid dreams, the ones that feel so real and feel like, you know, I'm tired from living through the dream. Those are the dreams I'm having right now. And they're not all pleasant dreams. They're not all something that I would want to go and play with, you know, for ever how many hours I was asleep. So it's just really strange. And I want to shake that energy. I didn't know if anybody else was being affected by it. So we can all intend together to shake that, to just really let go of whatever is happening, whatever this energy shift is that's affecting all of us. And I'm not sure who's here from Enlightened World Network, but whoever you are, good morning, and let us know. Just type in who's watching. Hi, Carol Allen. Let's see if anybody else came in that I missed. And Gabby, I'm really tired for no reason, really. You know what? I took a nap yesterday afternoon. That was the first time I had done that probably in a year or more. I just couldn't stay upright any longer. Now, Gabby, I see you, honey. I see your name. So I'm not sure who else is with us, but whoever it is, good morning. And Sally said Tony started talking in her sleep, which is really weird. Yeah, there's something strange. Marietta, good morning to you. So we're holding a prayer circle today at Enlightened World Network. I met this lady. Oh, it is you, Gabby. Okay, good. I see you doubled then. I met a lady last summer. We were part of the Enlightened World, Enlightened You Women's Summit. And she was battling cancer, and she had been for a while. And we did a lot together after we met virtually. I never met her in person, but after that first meeting, I did several sessions for her. I did some healing sessions, and I did some coaching sessions. Well, she just went into hospice. Her sister let us know last night. And this lady is so beautiful and so full of life. That's how I think of her when I think of Camille. And I put her in our prayer circle here before. And so we found out from her sister last night that she has gone into hospice. She's aware of everything, and she's talking with her family. And just want to really hold her today. And so we're doing a prayer circle at 1:00 today at Enlightened World Network. And if any of you would like to come and lift up the energy surrounding her as she makes her transition from her human body, we would really appreciate that. And the reason I'm bringing her up now is she had a dream, and the dream was to publish a book. In our sessions that I did with her, she had a lot of questions about spirituality, about the spiritual journey, and the angels especially, and the dimensions. And when I worked with her on the dimensions and led her into the sixth dimension, she really came into this excitement about it. So she wanted to write a book about the dimensions, and she'd asked me to write a chapter, and she'd asked, I think, Ruth and Deb both to write a chapter about the dimensions in her book. Well, that dream never came to be. She's been really struggling for months now. She's been really having a hard time with her journey with her physical disease. So the reason I bring it up is, what dream is out there for you? What is it that's on your heart that you would like to do, and you keep putting it to the back burner for whatever reason? You know, Camille had a really good reason for not fulfilling that, because she just wasn't strong enough physically to keep going with it. But don't we all have dreams that are out there? And let's talk about that importance of making a dream a priority. So I'd love to hear from any of you what your dreams are, what it is, that burning desire, whatever it is that you want to complete in this lifetime. And let's lift you up for your dreams. Let's do that for each other today. Let's say, whatever your dream is, I'm going to support you. I'm going to be there for you in whatever way I can to help you bring that dream into reality. So one of my dreams that I've had really my whole life is just to travel, just to get out there. And I've seen many of our states. I've been through, just traveling through. I haven't spent a lot of time in a lot of them, but that's been there in the back of my mind. I'd love to get out there. I'd love to just see the beauty of our country and the beauty of some of these other countries. I've been talking with a lady who I've been friends with online for probably 6.5, almost 7 years now. And she's been wanting me to come to Norway. Ever since I've met her, I have the open invitation to come and stay with her and experience the beauty of Norway. And that's always been there in my head that I would love to do that. So I've got this dream of, yeah, like Gabby, want to see Gaia. And Gabby, I want to see Gaia as she should be in my lifetime. Me too, Gabby. I want to see the beauty of it, but I want to see the beauty of the people really respecting Gaia and respecting each other. That's one of my dreams. So this journey that I'm going on, I know that it's divinely inspired. I know that every bit of it has been inspired. And I'm getting closer, I think, to my chariot arriving. I just keep getting these nudges and these signs. And so the other day I was sitting here, I think I was even sifting through things to let go of as I was doing the packing and the purging. And I heard a voice. I live by myself. So I heard this voice very clearly, and it said, go clean out your car, because I have to get a different vehicle. My vehicle is a good car, but it's older and I don't trust it to travel around the country. So I'm going to have to trade it in and get one that's newer and more stable. So I heard that message very clearly, go clean out your car. I hadn't even thought about it. I had not even thought about it at all. I was so busy doing everything else and cleaning out everything else. So I didn't do it right away. I tend to procrastinate if I'm focused on what I'm working on and, not taking care of what needs to be taken care of. So I heard it again and I felt that nudge and I thought, okay, all right already. So I did. I went and cleaned my car and cleaned it out inside, cleaned the outside of it. And it felt like, okay, that was the step to bring my new car closer to me. So I'm getting excited about that. And then there's been just several signs of what it's going to look like and exactly what it's going to be. And I'm not just putting any energy out there to it. I'm like, okay, when it shows up, I'm going to know it. I'm going to know that that's the one. So I'm ready for that. And then getting on with my dream, getting on with fulfilling this in my lifetime. I don't want to die with that inside of me and being unfulfilled. And I think of Camille and that book that she was so excited about writing. She was so excited about sharing the energy of the dimensions from her perspective, because she would do meditation and she would write me and she'd be so excited about what had come up in her meditation time. And she wanted to share that with other people. So I just really, it's not that I feel bad about it. I feel a little sad that we're not going to be able to read that book that she had, she was in the process of doing. And so any of you that have a dream, don't let it go. Don't keep putting it to the side, and just let us know. Share with us if you want what your dream is, what your vision is, what you want to get out there and do in this lifetime. What's the thing that's burning inside of you? What is it that keeps nudging at you and says, you wanted to do this, whether it's painting, having a showing like Sherry Meyer's mom, that was her dream her whole life. And nobody knew this. She kept that inside. She kept it to herself. And at 93 years old, she finally shared that. So at the end of her life, when she was getting ready to go into hospice, she shared with her daughter that she wanted to have her art showed. She wanted to have a gallery showing. And Sherry made that possible for her mother. At 93 years old, her mother had her first art showing. So let's don't wait until we're going into hospice. Let's don't wait until we're no longer physically able to live our dream. Get it out there. Just start writing it. Write down what your dream is. And part of my dream, I have several things that I'd like to see happen in my lifetime. And part of that is really helping others to get your story out there, to get your part of you that you want to share with other people. So I've done one anthology already with doing that. I shared from 12 Lightworkers, their journey. And now I'm so excited because many of you are sending me your story to put in our anthology, the one that we're doing as Angelic River Family. So if you've thought, I want to be a part of that, I want to share of myself, and you haven't written the first word, no criticism, no judgment, just don't judge yourself about it. Just say, okay, I really do want to be a part of that. And now's the time. So just put that first word, just the first word, just write it on a piece of paper, and then just see what follows after that. Because all of us have a story. All of us have a story inside of us, something that we can just share a bit of ourselves and let other people see your journey and see what you've been through. And as we share, we all see the commonality. We all see how connected we are. And I've received several so far, and I'm loving what I'm reading. I just love and can't wait for the whole group to be able to read this anthology that we're putting together. And it needs a name. So we're going to have to name it pretty soon. And if you want to give a suggestion, you can do that in our group, Angelic River Family Group. I'll start a thread where you can just give your suggestion for what you think the book should be titled. And then let me know that you are still planning on writing a chapter so that I have a good idea of how many chapters there will be, how many people are participating. And I saw Christina come in, Christina Leftwich, good morning. And she has sent me her chapter. Sharon Boyle sent me hers. Stacy sent me hers. So I'll put the thread in our group and just reply. Just let me know, yes, I'm part of this. I want you to know my story too. And let's make this such a beautiful book of sharing with each other and getting to know each other a little bit more. Some of you choose to come on here with me to co-host the show, and I really appreciate that. Tomorrow, Prachetta will be here with me because it's Prachir's birthday, and she asked specifically if she could be on to help celebrate him and celebrate this time for him as his birthday. So anybody else that wants to be on, just send me a message or let me know on here that you would like to be on with me, and let's do this. Let's see what else. Marianne Malone, Cindy, good morning. Good morning, Marianne. It's so awesome to get to know you more and to see you every night at the Chanting Family Group, where we chant for removing obstacles and we chant for bringing more peace into Gaia, bringing peace into the world, removing those barriers where we see each other as separate. We're not separate. There is no separation. We are all one being having these human experiences. Gabby says, my dad was an old farmer fisherman who had amazing stories. Many years before he developed dementia, my sister bought him a book and asked him to write his stories down. After he died, I was cleaning out his shed, and right at the back of a cupboard, I found the book. Was so excited to open it. He hadn't written one word. Oh, Gabby, yeah, I feel that way with my sister. One of my sisters has dementia, and she still remembers a lot. She still knows a lot of the family on and off. She knows who they are and is able to speak, in the present. But there's a lot that's gone, and that's sad because she's 84, and so she's lived a lot, and she's lived through a lot um, that needs to be written. I was watching another live yesterday, a friend that I used to watch his lives all the time. And one thing that he said was find the people that are in their 80s and their 90s and have them share their stories, because they're going to come out with a lot of stuff that people today don't think about, for one thing, about what life was like back then. And they'll be able to teach us a lot. The ones that have had all that experience, people that have been through war times, people that have been through the famines and the Great Depression, all of that stuff that we read about in history books, but we have people that lived through those things. And so let's do that. Let's find the storytellers. Let's find them and say, tell me your story. And that's one thing that I want to do on this road trip, on this vision quest that I'm getting ready to undertake. I want to talk to some of the older generations and just have them share with me their stories. So I need a lot of open doors, because, as we know, this is not a time to be with anybody in the present unless we social distance. But I want to find those people that are willing to share their stories and really get them and have us all benefit from what they share. Good morning, Rick Morrow. Good morning, Allie on Periscope. Welcome. And anybody else? Hope, our dear Hope Wellington Marshall is here. Hope, we've been praying for you. How are you doing? Let me see what the comments are from Hope. She says, hi all, I've come home only to return to the hospital on Tuesday to have a planned blood transfusion, and it looks like I'm going to have to bite the bullet and have a line put in and start dialysis. The doctor has stated that I should be feverish, breathless, nausea, and tired, and he's baffled as I present fit and healthy, but my blood shows there are toxins building up in my blood. So alas, I have to accept, align, and allow. All right, my darling, we will lift you up with that. And I know that was one of the things the angels told you last week, was to really feel into it and know that you would know when it was time, if you were supposed to do that, and for that to be part of your journey. So let's really lift you today and pray for you with what's going on with you physically. Gabby says that generation were such beautiful storytellers. I know, right? Yeah, there's so many stories, and they're ready to be written. All of those that have them still in their head, those stories are ready to come forward. So I want to bring as many of them forward as I can, and I want to bring your stories forward. So I'm really hoping that more of you will step up and say, here's my story, or let me know that you're writing on it. Sally and Tony, I know, are writing their stories. So let's get this done. Let's get it done and published and make this such a beautiful experience for all of us. Christina, so when I have been listening to various lives here at Enlightened World, my heart button, even when it is off my phone screen, it keeps going off repeatedly, even when I'm not holding onto the phone. That is interesting energy, Christina. So I'm not sure. There's something really really strange going on with the energy right now, and a lot of interference with technology. There's been so many people that, they go live regularly, but it's not cooperating and they're not able to do their broadcast. So I'm just really not sure what this energy is. I'm going to have to sit with the angels and bring through that message. And I'm trying to remember, we did the angel message on Friday, and I know they talked about the shift of the energy. So I'll have to re-listen to what they brought through on Friday and see what that message was for us. Carol Allen, good morning. She says, my brother is writing his story now. His daughter asked him to do it. Awesome. How old is your brother, Carol? I'd love to know what time frame we're looking at that he's going to be coming out with that story. And I feel like it's going to be amazing. Gabby says, I had the opportunity to speak to a lady who had survived the camps in Germany. I feel blessed to have had that. Yeah, I have a friend that went through Khmer Rouge genocide. Her mother was able to get them out. And she, I believe, is writing her story about that. Her and her sister are. And her mother just passed a couple of days ago. So I'll find out if they did get theirs published, if they did get that story written about that whole experience. There's a lot of experiences people have been through, and some of them don't want to relive it by putting it on paper, but some of them have that story and they do tell the story. My ex-husband's grandfather was one that had so many beautiful stories. He was a storyteller. He passed a couple of years ago, but I would just sit and listen to his stories. He was shipwrecked. I can't remember what sea it was. He was on a diving trip and their ship went down, and he and I believe 3 other men survived that by clinging onto a part of the debris for days until they were rescued. And so he tells a lot of stories about that time out there and how they kept each other sane and how they encouraged each other and just knew that they were going to be rescued. They held that hope. They held it in their heart. So I would love to know if his story ever got written down or if it died with him. I know somebody interviewed him. There was an article in a paper about his story and that survival story. Carol says, Ron is 73. He is the elder of our family now. That'll be so interesting to see his story or stories, Carol, because I know there's probably a lot of experience that he can share. Tony Hidalgo, good morning, my beautiful Tony. Oh, so much love to you, honey. Thank you for coming on in the morning. And Sally says she can't wait to share her stories. Yes, I can't wait to get it so I can delve into it and see those stories of you and Tony. And Gabby said the skies were moving very quickly here today. You know, it's been such an interesting time. Usually when I wake up, the sun is it's like a gentle rising, it's not blaring. And this morning I hadn't opened the curtains yet, and they're blackout curtains because that sun is so intense on the east side. And I started to go over and open the curtain, and it was like there was a spotlight shining right on the curtains. And I'm going, that's so strange. The sun isn't usually that strong this early in the morning. And sure enough, oh my God, I went to open the curtain and I was blinded by the light. Remember that song, Blinded by the Light? And it's such a different energy. I'm not sure what this is all about, but you know what? We are going to accept, align, and allow, because fighting it and resisting it is the worst thing we can do. So just letting it be, whatever it is, just let it be. And let's see what we got. Sally, we have an old concentration camp near us that the energy that is even felt from the roadside is incredible. Wow. Yeah, that's like the place I went to in Tennessee that had been a school like way, way, way back, I think centuries ago. And the energy in there, it's just so oppressive. And it's places like that that you want to go in and just clear, just take as much sage, like a truckload of sage in and clear some of that heavy energy and just really, bring it into a good place because that affects the whole area. It affects the land, the air, everything. So maybe when I come up there, you can show me that. That would be a cool road trip. Deirdre says, my mom's stories of living during the Depression were something I could see still giving her pain in her eyes, but she always put a comedic spin on them. She lived to be 96. She crossed over in 2016. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, Deirdre? If we don't clear that low vibration, it's always there, but we can live our experiences and come to a good place about them, come to that neutral, like I was talking about yesterday. We can tell our stories and, write them out even, but we can clear our heavy energy from those stories and have it be events and come from a neutral place of not getting that low depressive energy coming into us. So bless your mom for living through that. My parents lived through it as well. Okay, so Carol says, my iPad does the laughing and angry emojis. Okay, so if I see an angry emoji, I know it's either Carol or Christina. And I saw one yesterday, I think, on some show that I was on. I don't know if it was the morning show or what I was doing, but I saw an angry face and I thought, is somebody really angry or did they hit that by mistake? And I've noticed sometimes if I do the heart emoji a few times, it'll switch and it'll go to one of the other emojis. And I'm like, I didn't do that. What are you doing? So yeah, so I understand technology, right? This time of technology, we got to just go with the flow and we can't keep getting upset about it. That doesn't help anything. And Sally says, yes, a sage on fire. Yeah, yeah, that would be so cool to do that. Christina says, I have not written for a long time. So for me, it was easier just to write about one thing instead of thinking of it as writing my entire life story. I would need multiple volumes if I wrote my life story. Chunking it out was far less intimidating. Yeah, and that's the thing when you're writing a chapter that's going in a book with other people's stories and other people's information they've given, you can't write your whole life story in one chapter. It just doesn't happen. So picking one thing to write about is really the best if you can do that and just share that one experience or several experiences or just write. Like Sharon Boyle, I love what she put in hers. She wrote, included some of her poems that she had written and some of her experience that she'd had. She shared with us very raw information and raw stories about her life. So this isn't your biography at all. This is you sharing some of yourself for us all to get to know. So if you're intimidated and holding back because you haven't written yours yet, just let it free flow. Just let whatever is supposed to be in there be in there. And I do that with everything that I write. I'm like, what am I supposed to write right now, angels? What do I need to share at this moment? I do that with this show every morning. I have no clue when I come on here in the morning what they're going to have me talk about. It's like I come on, you all start interacting, and then before we know it, we've gone several different places with talking about stuff. So, so just letting the angels guide, letting your spirit guides help you to put on paper whatever it is to be put on paper. And Gabby says, I need to put a kid to bed. There's school tomorrow. See how long she drags it out. I may be back. Love you all. Love you, Gabby. So please give our love to your wee one, and hopefully, hopefully, get a good night's rest. It's been a challenge to do that lately. It's been really restless and sleepless, like we were talking about at the beginning. So much interesting energy that's going on right now, and so I don't know what this is. I'm just open. I'm aligning, allowing, and receiving whatever information, spirit, the angels, my guides, whatever they want to share. Then I'm open to receive that information from them to guide us and to help us know what it is. Help us know what's happening to us. Oh, you've been up 4 a.m. again all week. Yeah. Yes, I was awake all through the night. And I finally I put the clock where I couldn't even see it anymore. I'm like, whatever time it is, it's not time to get up yet because my alarm hasn't gone off and my neighbor's alarm hasn't gone off. So I knew it wasn't time to get up. But then when the alarm did go off, I turned it off because I thought I was getting up and I didn't get up right away. So that was my bad. But I got up in divine time to be on here with all of you and just to come and see how you're doing. I love coming and checking in the morning and see how everybody's doing, what your day is like, what your night was like, anything that you need us to lift you up for. And it's time for that now. So let's type in that it is prayer request time. Oops, typing into nowhere. Okay, so just let us know what your prayer requests are. I'm going to type in my friend's name. And anybody that wants to come in today, that prayer circle that we're doing for her is at 1 o'clock Eastern. Anyone that wants to come in just to say a word or just to hold space, just to be there with those that did interact with her in this lifetime and that are sending her positive, loving energy as she gets ready to make that transition. I would really welcome anyone to come into that. So what else? Hope, let's put you in the prayer circle. I don't know if she's still watching, so I'm going to type it in. Putting Hope in there. And who else? Anybody else have people? Sally, how is Tony doing? I know she had a rough day the other day when she had her treatment. So let us know how she's doing and let's put her in the prayer circle. Deirdre, prayers for Charlie. He's got his wife's memorial today and world peace, of course. And yes, the memorial service starts at 8:30 tonight. It'll start at sunset, which will be around 8:30. So our chanting group, he's always a part of that. He always comes on and chants with us. We meet at 9 o'clock, so he won't be with us tonight. So we're going to hold him up during our chanting group at 9 o'clock. Okay, Lenora Alberts Fakati, thank you for being here. Greetings to you. And Lavender on Periscope, good morning to you. And Sally says Tony's a little better. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. And hopefully getting stronger every day. So let's put her in the prayers. Yes, tonight, Mary Ann, tonight we are dedicating our chanting to Charlie, lifting him up. He's really struggling and it's so emotional. Tonight's going to be really hard for him. This is a memorial for his wife and it's going to be a really hard time. And he shared with us last night this beautiful book that a friend had done for his wife and she's giving them out at the memorial service, and it's full of pictures. So we got to see their wedding picture and so many beautiful, beautiful pictures of his wife. She was just gorgeous. Catherine, please pray for me, Michael, and my mom, and your cats. Let's don't forget your wee cats. And any of our family who's not on here this morning, let's lift everybody up that weren't able to come in for whatever reason, and lift up our whole entire Angelic River family as we do every day. That we're missing some people that are usually bringing their energy in. And there's Jean L'Oreal. Please, everyone needs to uplift Charlie. Yes, the man has a heart of gold. He is such a loving, beautifully unconditional loving person. So we want to surround him with the arms of love, and let's lift him high. And I want to add Ruth, Ruth Bradford. We want to continue to lift her. But our Ruth from Enlightened World Network, she had really gotten close to Camille Desam, who's getting ready to transition. And I know that's hard, so let's lift her up as she's getting ready to lose another friend in the physical. And I have a feeling that we're going to hear a lot from Camille as she teaches us from beyond. And that book that she's going with that's inside of her, I think that's going to come through. I think she's probably going to dictate that book from beyond. And I just see that happening. I see a book focused on the dimensions, and yeah, I'm just getting confirmation from the angels that this is something that's going to happen, that book is going to be a reality, and it will be easy is what I'm hearing, because it wasn't easy while she was suffering so much in the physical. So I think she's going to probably dictate that to somebody from beyond. Carol says, it's very hard. I've waited 2 months before we had my husband Bill's service. It seems to bring another level of grieving. My heart goes out to him, to Charlie. It does. It's the whole purpose of memorial services, funerals, whatever you want to call them, is to release and to accept and to get some closure on the loss. But it does seem like it has changed to where it's more of that, going to that different level. Exactly what you said, Carol, reaching that new level of understanding, but also bringing up so much for you about that loss. And I have many, many friends who lost people during this time of lockdown, this time of COVID, and weren't able to do this, weren't able to have that ceremony of their life, but also that celebration, but also that release that happens when you gather and you're able to talk to each other about that person and about how they affected your life. So yeah, it's a different time we live in now, and we're doing things differently. We're having different experiences than in the past. And I think that's one of the reasons why I would love to see more of the stories from the elders come through and be written down and shared, and how things were back in the day, and really get that information out there to everyone. Jean says, the veil is getting thinner and thinner, so she will be close to Ruth. Yeah, exactly, Jean. I feel that way too. And I would love to do a watch party and just share that video that Camille and I did together from last summer, because she's so beautiful, and she was stronger then. This was a year ago. She was a lot stronger. So you'll be able to really see her energy. And then as time went on, she wasn't doing videos anymore. She just didn't have the energy for it. So let's really lift her, that this transition will be easy for her. It will be done with ease and grace, and that those surrounding her, her sister is with her, that family that's there with her will be able to give her a farewell that is so beautiful and so loving. And I know the angels are with her. I feel that already, that they're surrounding her and she's seeing them. So yeah, let's lift up our Camille and anyone else who's suffering, anyone who has the physical issues. Let's put Wendy, our beautiful Wendy, in the circle. She's getting ready to have her surgery soon to help with the problems with her gallbladder. So she'll have her gallbladder out, and just praying that that's going to resolve all the physical issues going on with Wendy. And Deirdre, I know you're getting ready to travel, so let's put some travel prayers up for you, my darling, and prayers for your safety. You know, I'm traveling, but I'm going to be by myself. I'm going to be spending months by myself. And this is a real journey. I've been shown that it is a vision quest. It is something that I'm going to be learning a lot on this trip. I'm going to be bringing in a lot of downloaded information and writing it or speaking it. So asking for travel prayers of safety for Deirdre, because you're going to be taking public transportation, and that's always a challenge, but especially right now with all of the stuff that's still swirling out there and the panic that's still out there. So even if there are no virus germs, there's still the energy of panic and fear and anxiety. So surrounding you with white light as you do your travels. And then surrounding me with white light as my vehicle travels, and whatever that vehicle is, and that I can accept all these downloads and really get this information out to where it needs to go. And you're so welcome, Deirdre. We love you so dearly. You're precious to us. So I don't want anything to happen to you. I want it to be a time of joy for you and a time of happiness. And I pray that it will be. I hope it'll be a really good experience for you to get out and get away and step out of your comfort zone. So it is time for our prayers. Let's think about all of these that have been put in the prayer circle. Let's remember Prachir and Prachetta. They did make it to Goya, and now they're in quarantine, so they're not here. But let's lift them up for continued good health. Their COVID tests were negative, so let's pray that that continues to be the case, because I know Goya has a lot of active cases of COVID. Let's lift up Shantae, my friend out in California. Karen Palmer, let's put her in the circle today. I'm not sure why, but I just got that inspiration to lift her up today. She wasn't able to chant with us last night on the live. Her electricity had gone out. So let's pray that whatever was happening there is resolved, and that Karen is in good health and good emotional health as well. So let's put her in for that today. And whatever this energy is, whatever is affecting us in this huge way with being tired and drained, let's let that come to the light and accept that it's there, not resist it because we don't want it lingering, but let's let that energy just pass and be in our own space of love and light. Let's do that today. Let's go into that place as we do this prayer time together. Carol says, lots of power outages in California right now. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. I don't have cable TV and I don't watch TV anyway, but I had not heard what was going on. So thank you, Carol, for sharing that. So let's go into our prayer time, and let's find that place right in our hearts. So we're clearing, and that's what Spirit had said would happen today. We're going to help clear this energy whatever that energy is, wherever it's coming from, it doesn't matter. It's there. You know, we can talk all day about what planet it's coming from, or you know, what the origin of it is. It doesn't matter. It's there. It's in our experience right now. So let's go into that acceptance and that allowing and aligning with who we are. Who we are. We're powerful. And Sally says, yes, I'm literally tired of being so fatigued. Listen to your bodies, everybody. They will guide us. Okay, so let's do this clearing. Let's clear the energy together in all of our experience. Anybody that's gathered here this morning, anyone who will watch this, and holding those who aren't here with us, holding them also in this circle so that their energy can be cleared as well from this vibration, whatever this is that's come in, the shift. So take that deep breath in. Begin to your heart space, right? The high heart, right up here. Let it sit there for a moment, feeling the emotions, feeling the vibration inside of you. Some of it feels really wound up, like there's a spring in there that's so tight. So feel that emotion. We have to feel it to heal it. And then breathe it out, relax it out. Don't do a hard breath, but relax. Do it slowly as it comes out from you. And then let's breathe it in slowly again. Breathe in love. Breathe in source energy directly from God. Just see it coming right into your heart. Now feel that coiled up energy start to unwind a little bit. With every breath, we're going to loosen it up. So with this breath, let it sit there. Let it hover over that coil. Now relax it back out, letting it go with love. You're releasing the pent-up energy. You're releasing all that coiled up, whatever it is that's sitting inside of you right now. Just relax it out. And now breathe in slowly again. This time, really get a good feel for what that's like inside of you. Has it opened up some? Has that energy started to release and to relax? Just feel what's happening inside of your body. And if it's starting to uncoil, which direction is it going in? Just feel into that. Is it traveling clockwise or counterclockwise as it uncoils? Because we want it to release. We don't want it to dig in any further. So you want it to go in a counterclockwise motion. So if you're seeing it and it feels like it's taking a strong hold in the rest of you, let's reverse that. You can reverse the energy of it. You can actually move your hand so that it is moving in a counterclockwise fashion as it opens up and relaxes up. And breathe it back out. Let the energy flow out of you. See it going forward in that motion. See it traveling out, your breath traveling out of either your nose or your mouth as you release it. And see it traveling out from you, going back up to the universe. And now breathe in the love again. Take it into your heart center. And let's feel into that energy again. And it feels like a lot of it's starting to open up as I'm tuning in to who's here and what's going on. And there's somebody that has like two of them inside. You've got two coils of energy inside of you that are both very tight. So if that's you, just pay attention to one at a time. Just let one of them open up. Let it start to unwind. Let it start to come up and out. As that energy moves counterclockwise, it's going to come up and out. Just envision when you are loosening a screw. So you've got the screwdriver in the groove and you're turning it counterclockwise. That's what I want you to do right now. Turn that screwdriver counterclockwise to unloosen the energy that's so coiled and that has such a strong hold inside of you. And let's release it out. We're going to do this one more time. Breathe in love right into your heart center. Breathe in that love, breathe in that light, and see it immediately going to that coiled up energy, wherever it's sitting in your body, and start to loosen it up even more. And I feel now a lot of it is all the way loose. A lot of it is all the way relaxed out, where it can leave your body and let it go. Just let it go with love. Just say, I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for being there. You served a purpose, whatever that purpose was, because there's no accidents or coincidences when we have an experience. So whatever it did while it was inside of you, it served a purpose, whether it was to bring you to more awareness of something, or it was to free you from something that might have been even worse. It might have been there stopping another energy. Whatever that might be, just thank it. Thank it for being there and then release it with love. Now take a deep breath in and feel your energy. Move your body, move your shoulders. See how you're feeling. It doesn't feel so tight anymore. It doesn't feel like you're held down anymore. There's no heaviness right now going on. So if you're still feeling an energy that's coiled up as you breathe that breath in and do your scan of the inside, keep repeating this on your own. Keep repeating, breathing in the energy, turning it counterclockwise to loosen up that coil of energy. And then breathe it out slowly, letting it go, not forcing it out, or releasing it with love. And we're saying to it as it goes, thank you, I love you. Thank you, I love you. Letting the energy go. See so much release happening. I see a lot of color right now. I see red. I'm not sure what the red is for. Red is our root energy, our place of safety, our security, our survival zone, everything we need to survive in these human bodies. So it feels like there was an energy of cowering into ourself, of really coiling up into our own energy field to protect ourselves. And we've been doing this for months now. We've been paying attention to our own bodies, our own energy field, to protect it from whatever it could be caused harm by. Let's release that. Let's let go of that. See everyone that's on the planet right now, releasing that strong hold, releasing the need to curl up like a fetus, to curl up and protect yourself. Let's see it relax. Relax your body, move your shoulders, move your arms, move your feet, flex your fingers. Let's get some movement going as we're releasing all of that coiled up and pent up energy. Let's release it through the movement. Move your head. Really let that energy start to now flow inside your body in a good way. See it right now, just clear. See source energy inside of you. That's love. That's peace. That's joy. Find that happy place right inside of you. And let's bubble up that laughter. Let's bubble up laughter inside of you right now. Just get into that energy of laughter and lightness and just let it happen. Just let it out. Whatever is there, feel it bubbling up. Feel it coming up to the surface as this beautiful energy coming directly from source. Feel that smile that happens when you feel that wonderful energy inside of you. You can't help but smile. You can't help but giggle and laugh at what you're feeling, because that's the energy of love. That's the energy of unconditional love that says, just be who you are. Just swing on that swing set, go jump rope, go do hopscotch, whatever it is that you're feeling right now. Just feel it. Just be. Just be, with no concerns, no worries, no projecting forward into what might happen, no looking back at what did happen. Those things are unknowns. Just bring it to right now. Just be. Just sit with your own energy. Just sit with it in peace, in joy. And if you're laughing, just laugh out loud. If you're smiling, make it the biggest smile you can do. And let's breathe in again, right into our heart center. Let's breathe in the love. There's so much love coming to you right now from source energy. God loves you so much. The universe is conspiring for you to be happy right now. The universe is all pulling together and pulling for you to really find your happiness inside. Find it. Go find it right now with your breath. Breathe it in. And let's breathe it back out over all these prayer requests. Let's lift each person up. Let's see those that are struggling physically as being in their very best state they can be in. Those that are going through those physical challenges, we lift you up right now. We lift you up to find that bubble of light and love within you, to find that smile, to find that laughter that's inside. Let the laughter come forward for healing, for peace. And let's surround all of those that are in the prayer circle, seeing them wrapped in a blanket of love, a white blanket of pure energy. And let's lift them up in that blanket, sending them directly to God. And we're asking God to look on each one individually and collectively. We're asking God to shine a white light around each of us that are here, for us to continue to feel this really good feeling inside all day long as we go about our day. And we're asking for release of the energy at night as we go into our sleep time, for it to be a restful sleep, for it not to be disturbed throughout the night, but to really be at peace, as our bodies do need rest. They do need to repair and rejuvenate as we take that break from our activities. And so now, breathing in again, a big breath of love. Let's share it with each other. Let's share with one person and say, I love you. I love you. I just love you unconditionally, just because I can. Just because I have it in my heart to give, I'm going to give it to you. So give it to that one person, and then let's give it to everyone. Let's hold everyone up, seeing each other connected. Even those who are not here right now, let's bring them into the circle. Let's pull in all the angels, 500,000 earth angels, to surround us all and hold us as we say together our beautiful words that we say every morning to each other. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. I love you. Holding every one of you tight and holding you for the very best experience that you can have today as you go about your day. And each person that you come into contact, may they feel that love from you. May they feel that peace and see it. Let them see the peace that you have. Let them see the joy that's inside of you, and share it out. Just share it out into our world. Our world needs your light. needs your love right now. And I just want to see if anyone would like to share, if you want to type into the comments, if you felt that energy coming up and out of you, if you felt it release, even if it released a little bit, just type that in. Let's all just share what that experience was for releasing this heavy, tight energy that we're all feeling today. We all felt it. We were sharing throughout this morning's show how oppressive that energy was that was inside of us. And I felt so much release happen. I saw a lot of red. So there was a lot of letting go of that feeling of having to constantly protect our own energy. So if you felt that, just let us know. Marietta, definitely. Thank you. Thank you, Marietta, for sharing. Oh, it's universal. Yeah, it is, Sally. It is universal. And the more we can do this process, this is something that they just inspired to lead in. So the more you can do this throughout your day, holding every inhabitant of Earth to receive that release. Just see the energy as you breathe in, see it going counterclockwise. This is important, and that's what they shared and why they shared it that way. Hold the vision of unscrewing a screw that's so tight. It's so tight in that object that it's holding together. We want to loosen it. So you turn it counterclockwise, and that's what you're going to do with the energy. When you bring it into your body, let it sit there wherever it's at, and then start to move it in a counterclockwise fashion to loosen up that energy. So Deirdre says, feeling lighter in body and spirit. Thank you. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, Rick. And Christina says, it has been a week of releasing for me, sometimes not even knowing what I am releasing. Exactly. We don't have to know. We don't have to go to that place that something happened to be able to release it. We just know that it was something that happened, and let's let it go. Let's let it go. Carol, thank you. Feeling much lighter. Yay. Got hearts from Jean and Rick giving love to all. And Deirdre, love all of you. We love you too, darling. And Christina says, thanks for lightening the load. Absolutely. Let's continue to do that as we go through our day. So today at 11 o'clock, it's a new time for our silent meditation. At 11 o'clock this morning, we'll be coming together to do a silent meditation for about half an hour. And then after that, we have a beautiful introducing light workers. It's tenacious leadership. And these two men that are going to come forward and share with us are just beautiful energy. So I hope you'll be able to tune in at noon for them. And then at 1 o'clock, any of you who want to come into the prayer circle, you'll receive the link to Zoom. You can come in with us on Zoom, or you can just come in and share your energy as we do. We're doing a prayer just to lift Camille at these last moments of her life here on earth, and to bring that energy forward to her. And I'm hoping that she'll be able to listen as we're doing it. Her sister is with her at hospice, and we're hoping that she'll be able to hear all of our good wishes for her and blessings as she spends her last moments here on earth. So thank you all. I see Deirdre taking us out. Have a blessed rest of your day, and stay blessed, stay in love, stay in peace and joy, and go swing on that swing set. It'll bring you some release as you do that. So Deirdre, thank you. All of you, thank you for being here. And namaste, y'all. See you later. Bye, everybody.